Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. It's 5:40 a.m. here in Numancia, Aklan in the Philippines, and I'm getting ready to go on my morning walk. I just got finished with doing Liana's lunch for today. I made her a sandwich. I made her a ham and cheese and egg sandwich. She requested it yesterday. She said she wanted to eat a sandwich today instead of rice and the normal meals that I make her for lunch. She's still asleep. I'm gonna wake her about 6:15. She doesn't have to be at school till 7, so that gives her time to take a shower, get ready, and then I take her to school. Today, a viewer had asked me if I can discuss how I handle banking here in the Philippines. The first thing I recommend as far as banking here in the Philippines, this was before I even left the United States. I was living in Tucson, Arizona. I opened an account with the Philippine National Bank in Los Angeles, California. And you could do it online. And this was back, I opened an account in 2010. So I'm sure you could do the same thing now, open the account online. That way, you already have an account with the Philippine National Bank. In Philippine National Bank, they have branches here pretty much anywhere you go in the Philippines. As a matter of fact, my good friend Robbie from Rhode Island, he's gonna get here at the end of this month. He's really excited. We chatted online video chat the other day, and he's really excited. His bags are ready to go. He can't wait. He can't wait to be here. He plans on being here for 6 months this time. Oh man, that's like an awesome looking sunrise there. And I'm glad I woke up a little early today to catch this sunrise. And Robbie, he was able to open the account in New York. He's from Rhode Island, so I guess that's not too far from New York. So he went to New York and opened his PNB, Philippine National Bank account in New York, and he's got an ATM and everything, so he's really ready to go. So that would be my first recommendation. Open a Philippine National Bank account in the United States. That way, when you get here, all you need to do is go to a branch here in the Philippines and tell them that you're transferring your account to the Philippine National Bank here. And they won't ask you anything anymore because you already have an account. It's really just an account transfer. That would save you a lot of time and hassle as far as opening an account here in the Philippines. They're building a house here, and this is the same structure as our house when they build our house here at the Camellia Aklan. This house here is about 450 square feet. Yeah, it's the exact same setup as at our house. And it's all made of cement. The walls are all cement. They have rebar, steel, so reinforced. So that's why these houses are pretty sturdy, you know, can really take typhoons here in the Philippines, all made of cement and steel. Because here in the Philippines, as far as opening a bank account when you get here, it's really hit or miss. The only way I can explain it is some banks are strict and some banks aren't strict. What I've noticed is the smaller banks, the banks that are less known, they're easier to get an account. I have seen expats get bank accounts. I've seen expats on tourist visa get bank accounts here. So it's really hit or miss, you know. But to avoid that, to save you the hassle, it would probably be best if you get your bank account while you're in the United States with the Philippine National Bank. Another option is a lot of expats have banking with Charles Schwab in the United States. And what they do is they just use the ATM, Charles Schwab ATM here in the Philippines. There's a charge for when you use your Charles Schwab ATM here in the Philippines, but Charles Schwab, they reimburse you with all the fees as far as your ATM fees. So it actually ends up being free. So that's another option. And the more options you have as far as banking and getting your money while you're here in the Philippines, the better. Because I've found out that it just works out better if you had multiple options, because sometimes plan A doesn't work, sometimes plan B doesn't work. So it's always good to have several options of accessing your money in the United States. One thing of note would be, if you are gonna get the Charles Schwab ATM card, one thing you'll have to consider is if you lose your card here while you're here in the Philippines, your Charles Schwab card, or if the machine eats it, or something happens to your card, it will be difficult for you to get a new card. It's not like they can ship you a new card and get it here fast in the Philippines and you'll have an ATM card. So that's another thing to consider. Another thing that I did before I left the United States in 2011 was I got a box of checks from my bank account in the United States. And I still use those checks. I don't issue checks like I used to when I lived in the United States. The only time I really issue checks now is to load dollars into my Philippine National Bank dollar account, because that's the best way as far as getting the most out of my money that I've found here in the Philippines. Because what I do is I write a check to my name and I deposit it into my dollar account in Philippine National Bank. It takes them 30 days to clear the check. So I always have to plan as far as, like, I know it's gonna take time for me to get that money. But Philippine National Bank, they only charge me 200 pesos, a little over $3 to make that deposit. And what I do when that check clears and the dollar is in my bank account, I go ahead and withdraw $100 bills. Because here in the Philippines, $100 bills will get you the best exchange rate. I can actually just exchange it there at the bank if I wanted to. But again, the banks, they kind of reduce the exchange rate on you. It's best when you go to money changers. And it's always, anywhere you go here in the Philippines, you'll always find money changers. And the money changers you'll find out here in the Philippines, they're not all created equal. You'll have to do some researching as far as which one will give you the best exchange rate. Like, I know they exchange dollars at Save More Grocery, part of SM malls here in the Philippines. But again, they usually give you a lower exchange rate. The best ones that I've found as far as exchange rates are the ones in, like, the public market of all places. There's one in Kalibo, the public market in Kalibo. They give out the best exchange rate here in Kalibo. It's very close to whatever is posted online. Another thing here, you want $100 bills because even $20 bills, when you have $20 bills, they'll give you a lower exchange rate for $20 bills. And make sure when you get $100 bills from your bank, make sure that those dollar bills are almost in mint condition. There can't be anything written on the dollar bill. There can't even be like a bend on it or a fold on it, because they are particular here when it comes to exchanging US dollars. They want your US dollar to almost be like brand new US dollars. Another thing that I did before I left the US was open an account with Xoom. Xoom is a money transfer to transfer your money from the United States to your bank account here in the Philippines. And there's plenty of others now. I know Wise is very popular. They seem to give you the best exchange rate, Wise and Remitly. So there's quite a few options, but you'll have to open that while you're in the United States, because you might have a hard time opening an account once you get here to the Philippines. A lot easier. Again, that will be another option for you to get your money when you need it here in the Philippines. The only thing with the money transfer companies like Wise and Xoom and Remitly is, again, they kill you on the exchange rate. It's usually like 1 or 2 pesos lower than the exchange rate. And you would think it wouldn't be a big deal. You know, it's like, well, you know, you're paying for the speed. You're paying for instantly you got your money. But the thing you got to remember with those companies is they already charge you like $5 or so to transfer money, and then they kill you on the exchange rate. So if you're sending, especially, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, it could run you up to $40 to $50 every time you do it, that you lose money from the exchange. So might not be a big deal to some, but when you're here in the Philippines, $40 to $50 every time you have to transfer money, that's a big difference here. That's a lot of groceries here in the Philippines, you know. So for us retirees here, you know, we have to really penny pinch here, watch our money, get the most out of our hard-earned retirement money that we earned. We want to get the most out of it. Like Dazzle and I, we always have issues here in the Philippines getting money from our ATM, pesos from our peso account. So we have an account with the Philippine National Bank. We have a peso account with them. We also have our Banco de Oro, which we prefer to use, Banco de Oro. We have more pesos in there. And then Dazzle even opened a separate account for her at Metro Bank. So we actually have 3 banks that we have ATMs on here in the Philippines. But here in our province, you know, ATMs are just so unreliable. That's why we have 3, you know, kind of give us more chances. When one machine is not working, we can go to another bank and get our money at that bank. That's why if there's one advice that I could give as far as banking here in the Philippines, is you really have to have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. Because if you don't have several ways to get your money, it could cause you problems when you're here, especially when it's during typhoon season. You know, when typhoon season happens, it's like electricity power cuts off for sometimes a week or 2, and nothing seems to work, you know, electronic wise. So just keep that in mind, that you really have to have several ways in getting your money here in the Philippines. Hope everyone have a good day. Thank you for continuing to watch Dazzle and I's channel. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the encouraging words, kind words. Really means a lot to Dazzle and I. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you in our next video.